Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramakrishnaya. My respectful pranams to revered Girishanandaji Maharaj. My pranams to all the senior Swamis here. Loving namaskars and good wishes to all of the monastic members. Namaskars, good wishes to all the others. Before I go into my topic, I have one complaint against today's organizers. You see, when Swamiji used to speak in America, in various halls, they would keep his lecture last so that the audience would listen, would stay to hear him. Today also, instead of putting Sarvapriyanandaji before the two of us, if he was asked to speak last, it would have been better. After listening to him, I do not know whether you people would like to listen to what we have to say. Anyway, since we are going to talk about Thakur Ma and Swamiji, it should not be all that boring. To put things in perspective, I will dwell a little first on the origin of the Ramakrishna order and then see how the Parishads and member ashramas fit into our Sangha's scheme of things. As we all know, Sri Ramakrishna had lived a God-intoxicated life for several years on end at Dakshineshwar, and discovered by the grace of the Divine Mother that all his extraordinary spiritual practices had brought a new light from the spiritual path, in the spiritual world, and that these are all been practiced for the good of humanity at large and not for his personal satisfaction. It was also revealed to him, among other things, that a new community was to be founded, which would be specially fitted to preach and spread his liberal faith which he had delighted in his own life. Now, the intensity of this awareness put him in unbounded agony, since he knew that he would not live long. As days passed by, and he could see the devotees were not coming, he would run in anguish to the top of the kuti, the proprietor's mansion at Dakshineshwar, and cry out, "Ore tora ke koche achis I. Come, my children, come. I cannot live without you." The first to heed his call were the members of the Brahmo Samaj, who accepted him as a perfected great soul. But that was not sufficient to justify the advent of Sri Ramakrishna. Next came to him the group of devotees like Ramchandra Datta, Mano Mohan Mitra and the others, who acknowledged him as an avatara, but they wished to see him in the light of the past. They had not yet known that in Sri Ramakrishna was a new stream of thought which was to flood the world and build a new order of humanity. So Sri Ramakrishna's call had not yet reached its fulfillment. Then came to him the young boys like Narendranath. They had broad minds and a physical and mental capacity to assimilate new ideas and to give them a tangible shape. In this way, Sri Ramakrishna was spreading himself his own ideas. The Divine Mother had showed him that the world was bound to listen to him in all time. Mahapurush Maharaj, Swami Shivanandaji has said, by his advent, Sri Ramakrishna has awakened the cosmic Kundalini. Sri Ramakrishna knew that his ideas would spread everywhere in their own way, by their own inherent power. Still, for this purpose, if he chooses sadhus like us, or grihasthas like you, of the Bhava Prachar fold, it is indeed an indication of his grace and blessing. Though Sri Ramakrishna knew that a new order had to be founded to spread his liberal ideas, and even though he had instructed Narendranath exhaustively in this connection at Kashipur, it was the Holy Mother, Sri Sharada Devi, who prayed to Sri Ramakrishna to start this Sangha. As we all know, Mother Sharada Devi had prayed to Sri Ramakrishna. I have seen in Vrindavan and Banaras so many holy men living by begging and having the shade of trees for shelter. There is no lack of sadhus of that type. I cannot bear to see my children wandering about for a morsel of food. It is my prayer that those who give up the world in your name do not suffer for simple food and clothing. It is also my prayer that my children should live together, clinging to you and your ideals and your teachings, and people afflicted by the sufferings of the world would come to them and get peace of mind by hearing from them your words. That is why you manifested yourself in human form. Holy Mother's prayer thus clearly defined what the new orientation should be to ancient monastic life, so that Sri Ramakrishna's advent could become meaningful for the good of the many, for the happiness of the many. Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya. The immeasurable mass of spiritual energy that Sri Ramakrishna released into the world was to be productively contained and harnessed so that people could assimilate it with as little sincere effort as is possible in this Kali Yuga. After this wonderful prayer of the Holy Mother, as we all know, Swamiji called for that famous meeting at Balram Babu's house on the 1st of May 1897. He was just back from the West after his voting success in the West and was convinced by then that without a permanent organization, doing good work is difficult. Acknowledging that we are all the servants of Sri Ramakrishna, Swamiji appealed to all the audience then to help him in his task. It is significant to note that in that first historic meeting, the number of householder devotees was almost twice that of the monastics. So we can safely conclude that three very significant factors contributed to the starting of the Ramakrishna Sangha. One, Sri Ramakrishna's call, "Come, my children, come." Two, Holy Mother's prayer to Sri Ramakrishna. And three, Swamiji's fervent appeal at Balram Babu's house. Now, more than 125 years have passed since the advent of Sri Ramakrishna. About 125 years have lapsed since the Ramakrishna order was started. From a historical point of view, these are not very long periods of time. Bhagavan Buddha's influence can be felt in this world even after 25 centuries. Even after 2000 years, the influence of Jesus Christ is still strongly felt. Prophet Muhammad also is well known after 1500 years. Can we imagine for how many centuries Sri Ramakrishna's influence will continue in this world? But when we see and hear how Sri Ramakrishna's ideas are spread in all directions in this small period, we are dumbfounded. How many hundreds and thousands of shrines and monasteries have come up? How many institutions have been established? How many service centers have been started? How many study circles have been formed here in India as well as abroad? Who has kept a record of all these? Who can know how Sri Ramakrishna, his ideas are spreading, broadcast everywhere, even without anyone's knowledge? Thus we see that these devotee groups or ashramas, which are not branches of the Ramakrishna Math or Ramakrishna Mission, constitute an important limb of the Ramakrishna Mission, of the Ramakrishna movement. And now, to cut a long story short, we will come to the rousing words of Revered Swami Bireshwarananda Maharaj, the 10th President of the Sangha, in his inaugural speech at the second convention of the Ramakrishna Math and Mission, held in December 1980. It was referred to by Swami Tyagarupanandaji earlier. Appeal to all the followers of Sri Ramakrishna to take to the rebuilding of the nation vigorously, both individually and by organizing more institutions like these in various parts of the country. For the work done by the monastics, though much in itself, is yet very little compared to the needs of the country. After this second convention, the Board of Trustees of the Ramakrishna Math constituted the Sri Ramakrishna Bhava Prachar Committee. Later, in June 1982, this committee got its present name, Ramakrishna-Vivekananda Bhava Prachar Committee. This Bhava Prachar committee, which functions from the headquarters at Belur Math, formulated the 10-point guidelines for the organized functioning of member ashramas. Subsequently, Parishads were formed in a step-by-step manner to coordinate the work of member ashramas. The Prachar committee has also instituted guidelines for formation of Parishads and a model constitution for Parishads. Just half a minute, please. In the first convention of the Bhava Prachar of the Ramakrishna-Vivekananda Bhava Prachar Parishads, held in Belur Math on 19th November and 19th-20th November 1989, it was reported that 9 Bhava Prachar Parishads controlled the work of 249 member ashramas. And in that month, the Math and Mission had 127 branches. And today, in December 2023, 36 Bhava Prachar Parishads control the work of about 1,000 member ashramas. And we have about 243 branches of Ramakrishna Mission today. It is apparent from here how the Sangha and the Parishads and the ashramas work hand in hand. They work complementary. They work in tandem. The branches have doubled in number, but the Parishads and member ashramas have quadrupled, have become 4 times the number. I will now, but Swami wanted us to start a center in every village, in every district in the country. Our Parishads have a significant role to play in this connection. They are showing the red light again and again. I think I will stop here. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.